BS. I think I know what time it is.
You know what time it is?
I know.
What time is it?
Hold on.
What time is it?
I don't know. I don't know how to read this.
I can't tell.
Let me figure this out. Wait. Oh my gosh. Listeners, watchers, can you see it? It's time for the block party.
This is the Block Party, a Minecraft podcast, episode 198. We're your host, Bearded Sloth.
And Little C.
He's over there. I did it right this time. Yay!
Good
Get
job.
all our info at theblockpartymc.com.
Now let's get the block party started.
Yay!
Hey, I pointed
Let's
the
get it
correct way
started.
too. Hey, the thing's back in the
It's that
corner.
way.
Or
I
has
know.
it always been there?
I don't know what that is. I don't think it's on the recording.
It's
We should
not
be good.
on the recording or
So,
anywhere,
who
but there's
knows
something
what it
on
is.
one of our monitor screens that like displays like the preview for what we look like, and it is just going crazy in the corner. We're just flipping back and forth, going
It's
insane.
going crazy.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't get it. It's something with Discord, I think, but that's okay. All right, we are here. We have this one, another
show?
one,
Two more shows after this one.
and then we're done.
It's the eve of the final.
It's sad.
It's the final eve.
It is. So if you want your comments or your questions in, get them in this week. Get them in now because
episode 199 is probably going to be the last one we do that for.
yes, 200 is going to be a special episode. It's
Who
going to be
knows
the
what
last
we're going to
one.
do?
I have no idea what we're doing yet,
We should figure that out.
but we're probably not going to do listener questions.
It's probably
and
going to be
comments and
special.
stuff. So now, if you want to give a comment, maybe like how much you love the show or something, maybe we might do some of that. You're welcome to email us. Make sure you're still a part of the Discord. We're still going to be around. We're still going to make some content.
We're not
I'm sure,
dying.
right?
We're still alive.
Yes, we're still around.
Doing
We're
stuff.
still the Block Party. We're going to keep the Block Party as a brand, all that stuff. The website should stay up at least for a while. I might change it a little bit. It might not be as accessible or have as much stuff because I don't see it paying the full amount that I'm paying now for it. But we can talk about all that later. But right now it's time for Minecraft talk and the comments of the week. So comments of the week are supposed to be about Minecraft or the podcast, things like that. All right, Little C, go ahead and read our first comment.
Our first comment comes from Josh. Show is great. Appreciate y'all taking the time to create it.
Well, thank you.
Can I critique his comment?
Sure.
Instead of create it, he should have said craft it.
Craft it.
This is what doing almost 200 episodes of a Minecraft podcast does.
We
to
finally
a
get
person.
in the hang of it.
We
Right?
finally figured it out.
getting the
We're
hang.
too
Yeah,
good. We
yeah.
gotta quit. We gotta give
time to craft.
We gotta give
Yeah.
everybody else a chance. If we keep going, no one else stands a chance.
That right. Yeah, we got to let the other people in.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I so much appreciate you, Josh.
Mhm.
You've been a huge supporter of the podcast. Really appreciate all of that. All you supporters, the subscribers, right? 99 cents a month. You get exclusive access, all that. We still have a few subscribers. It's awesome. What are you laughing at?
I'm
over
just
there, Little
watching the
C?
thing in the corner go
So-
back and forth.
It's just flipping the screen. That's all it's doing.
It's
I
like a
think-
weird
it's-
picture-in-picture thing.
Yeah. Anyways, yes, I'm happy to do it. It's been a fun journey over these past 198 weeks so far. We have not missed a week. We have pre-recorded a few.
And there's been times where BS hasn't been on the show, or I haven't been on the show.
Right. Yes. But we've been, overall, the
We've
Block
been doing
Party's
it.
been here every week.
Mhm.
That's a long time. That's almost 4 years.
Almost.
Almost. We're not going to make it there, but
That's like almost a presidency.
right.
Well, by the time you take in all the time it takes to transition between presidents, yeah,
There you go.
there we go. The Block Party was
There you go.
president for 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a ride for sure. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about audio. Part of us doing this started us down a road of now I do sound at church, which that turned into my new career as an IT technician. I mean, who would have thunk that the Block Party was going to create all this other stuff? But it did. It created this passion within inside me to do the best that we can with what we had. We started literally, I was sitting on a recliner. You were in your office with basic mic setup. And somehow we recorded that first episode. By the way, if you want that, you do need
Which
to
it
be a
wasn't even meant
subscriber.
to be a podcast. That's
It
the
was
funniest
just
thing about the
supposed
Block
to be
Party. It
fun.
wasn't supposed to exist ever. It was just a random Q&A on a Jericho season.
Right. Yeah.
And then now it's
absolutely
this.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Mr. Monkey. We do have live chat going on in our Discord. Mr. Monkey says, a fellow church sound guy. Yes, we are church sound guys. You're more video.
Yeah, the better side. I'm on the cool side
right.
of the tech booth. I'm doing the cool
that.
Stuff.
I am a sound guy.
And hey, I do sound
I did
too.
That after starting this. But going back to what I was saying, I still have those earbuds, by the way. These taco earbuds, right?
That started the block party.
Wired into my phone. That's what we recorded that first episode with.
Mm-hmm.
We learned real quick that wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And I think we started with Xbox controllers on the table. Something like that, maybe.
Or like
rock band mics. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we started with. And we were doing that for quite a while. That's why we kind of hide some of those early episodes.
There's a reason.
The quality's not great. Let's just put it that way. It was fun. The content was there. We had a good concept, right?
Yeah.
We had great, and we were doing, we'd have some kind of
theme
a week. Or subject to talk about every week, and that's how we started it. And then it turned into comments of the week, and that's where it starts. And we love doing that. And in Minecraft, obviously Minecraft is still a huge deal. I have creeper stuff all back here. I love Minecraft. Absolutely still enjoy it. It's nothing like that. But we do feel it's time to move on, right? From this. I think there's so much content out there. YouTube, right? There's so many YouTubers out there. That's how most people are consuming Minecraft media, for instance. And I'm not sure if podcasting is the best way to do that. I've really been thinking about getting back into live streaming, by the way, under the Block Party umbrella. So you might find me there on the channel every so often on the YouTube channel, right? Occasionally, maybe we'll have like some bonus episode that we just come in and do. Who knows? We're not going away, but yes, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you, Josh, for the comment this week. It means a lot to us when you guys say stuff like that. It really does. All right, little C. Are there any other comments?
No.
More comments.
Yeah, no.
No more comments this week. Okay.
Had to check. I played Minecraft this week.
I did too.
Whoa.
I actually played this week.
That's so crazy.
It's kind of funny. We're playing now and we're ending the podcast soon. But
so I played on the hardcore server that we talked about the past few weeks, I think. I don't know
we've
how long
mentioned it. Like it's not open to the public,
it's not
right?
Like a public server.
It's not
this
just
is
for
a private
anybody.
Hardcore
it's
server.
Very private, invite only, right? It's people that we know somehow.
And then so I've played that. I haven't done a ton of progress. But I did get 2 diamonds and a bunch of iron, and I have.
You've only got 2 diamonds?
I only have 2. I found 2. I was mining, and I only got 2, and I was so mad because I wanted a pickaxe.
So I think I made 2 pickaxes.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You didn't say no PvP in the rules, so you might not want to tell me that BS. You might not want to say that. I'm just saying.
I think I created a chest plate at some point.
I could take you. I could take him.
Yeah.
He could be full nether, and I could take him.
So I'm totally into it. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking today, actually jumping in the normal Jericho SMP, the main server we have. That is a little bit more public. You can find the info at theblockpartymc.com than Jericho SMP info. So I was thinking about actually jumping back into that because me getting into the hardcore server kind of remotivated some of those goals and things
I just want to play the hardcore server.
So,
but I haven't done like anything I've wanted to. Like I want to go caving to get diamonds, but the caves are scary.
Yeah.
And I haven't progressed much. I've played for like maybe 2 hours in total. Granted, some of that's been just messing around with other people on the server and doing crawling and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is kind of more of this server because
it's way laid back. It's not supposed to be long term necessarily.
It's not super long term. I mean, it's hardcore, so it's gonna end at some point. And if it doesn't, I'll make sure it ends. At some
We'll
point.
make sure it
we'll
does.
make sure.
I have
like,
admin privileges. Just
this
saying.
Is like the Hunger Games, the game maker, just making sure it'll end. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to do some building, but I want to get gear first. That's my problem. Is usually when I start a world, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go build a nice little starter base, make it super nice looking, and I usually love that early game building stage. But it's hardcore, and I'm like, no, I'm just getting gear. I want to kill the Ender Dragon because there's no restrictions. The end is technically open to whoever wants to go. The Nether's open. So I want to go. I want to be the first. I don't know if I will be the first because some of these other members are going crazy.
Right.
To kill the Ender Dragon and to get Shulkers and an Elytra.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get it so bad, and I'm confident I can kill the Ender Dragon once I get to that point because I'll have enough gear.
Right.
And I'll probably wait till I get some netherite and some good stuff. And I want to get to that, but I also haven't really been super motivated to just sit and grind for 6 hours a day, even though I'm on summer break, and I totally could.
You totally
just sit
could
and grind
totally
for 6 hours a day and beat the game. I haven't. And I haven't
I was
got that motivation
top
yet.
player for a very short time as far as time played. I do have the TVP time played.
I'm way
on
low
there.
on there. It's crazy.
Okay.
I'm like 200 minutes maybe.
I played quite a bit.
Yeah.
For quite a while, one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played a little bit here and there. I've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. I keep getting distracted.
I do want to go back and play.
I'll talk about it in more real life stuff, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of distractions in life right now. It's crazy how much is going on. I'm happy to play Minecraft again. In that early game, right? Now, something I did, I went away from y'all, right? I traveled.
You're out of there.
I'm out of there.
So I'm pretty far away.
And then, of course, I did this stuff to grab a bed so I can sleep through the night.
Yep.
We
have one player sleep. That makes it easy.
Right? Which maybe I should turn that off.
No, because
maybe I should just turn sleeping
AFK.
off. Maybe I should just turn sleeping off.
No.
That could be fun.
There's a hardcore streamer who I watched. He's super cool guy. I used to be connected to him streaming somehow. But he plays hardcore and he doesn't sleep. He's never slept.
Right.
He uses a bed to set his spawn in hardcore, so it doesn't matter. So he doesn't even really use beds besides outside of decoration because he's thousands of days in. He doesn't sleep. So phantoms all the time, just mobs outside.
That could be fun.
No, I don't think so.
That could be fun.
Just maybe if we go too long in the server and we're just getting bored and we need to stir it up, just set it to night.
I didn't think people would survive as long as they have. Like, there's one player in particular
some players
I thought for sure would be dead by now.
Play styles have changed drastically.
I know.
Is that the word?
Drastically.
Drastically. There we go.
Yeah, drastically.
Even mine. Mine's changed a lot. And I play hardcore.
I play the same way all the time.
Yeah, you play super safe and normal. Right. Normally, I'm a bit more of a risk taker. I'm still taking quite a few risks, but I've played a lot of hardcore. I've probably played an equal amount of single player regular, and I've probably played more single player hardcore. So when it comes to my personal Minecraft, not on a server, it's been hardcore. Okay. And that's been a lot of it for years because I play Java a lot. So I'm kind of like, I know what I'm doing. It's just normal Minecraft. The mobs don't hurt you more. You don't lose more hunger. It's just Minecraft on hard with one life.
Right.
I know what I'm doing. I've played plenty of it.
I wonder if I should find one of the mobs that's like super hardcore or something. That could be fun.
Or what is ultra hardcore where you don't regen just turn natural regen off.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to have golden apples or potions or whatever. Or we could do like a life seal thing.
We could do that just in game, right?
Yeah.
And then so after a certain time frame, maybe a month in or something,
we turn natural.
That on.
Well, that'd be easy then because we'll have a gold farm and we'll just be pumping apples out.
That's true, yeah.
Can you buy apples from villagers? Pretty sure you can.
I don't know. You know, that's something I ran into now that I'm playing a little bit and is the wandering traders.
Yeah, they trade more.
Like
now,
you can trade for the emeralds. Yeah. Right? And get emeralds and then trade the emeralds for something else that you want. It's super nice.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I still just see them. They're just free leads.
Free leads.
Free leads.
Free leads.
Free leads.
I was thinking about...
They're free.
So I think we were chatting or something. And you were playing and you said something about slimes. I'm like, oh, I need slimes for leads. And then I'm like,
What?
Wait,
No.
wandering traders.
Yeah. I ended up giving this one
Because-
to another member.
And the reason I was thinking that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and get into my part of this. I found a village.
Oh,
and I'm
boy.
like, okay, this is where I'm gonna dig into the side of the mountain like I always
Same.
do,
That's
make a
what I've done
safe
so
base,
far.
right? But it's right next to this village.
That's what I did.
And I'm like, okay, I see a villager, I
Mhm.
see an iron golem, we should
Yep.
be good. I see cats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my fishing pole, by the way.
Oh. I got my string
So-
from a cave spawner, a cave spider spawner.
Ooh,
I hate
scary,
those. That was like before I
scary.
had armor too. I was
Mm,
crazy.
mm. So I'm like, yep, this is it. This is where I'm basing. So I go around and I'm like, okay, I better trap these villagers. I go around, I find one villager out of like
Only
7
one?
houses or
Dang.
8 houses, whatever it was. One villager in this whole village.
They left.
Really? So I did trap that villager though. So he's safe, right? At least from everybody else or everything else, just not me.
Not if I find him. That'd be stealing, wouldn't it?
I
Taking
don't
someone's
care.
villager.
I don't really care. But I tore down the village other than the one house I have him trapped in. So I took down, so there's like no indication of village. I even made the pathway blocks back into regular grass.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, wow.
I went through everything.
Dude's going crazy.
Yeah. And I'm clearing it. But my whole goal is to build an iron farm on hardcore. I
That's
just
it?
want to build the iron farm. I'm good.
So
Right.
I was talking to another member
But
of the
now I
server
got to get
about
another
those.
villager. So I need the
Yeah.
lead to drag him in a boat.
So I have the villagers. I have plenty at my base,
Okay.
at my village.
Yep. Yep.
And I started clearing it out because I want to make I really want a trading hall, but it's like I'm making
Okay.
a trading hall anyways. Might as well just build the iron farm trading
Right.
hall combo.
Yeah. Yep.
Might as well. I don't
never
really
do
need
that.
the
I
iron.
never do the trading hall.
That's what I did on season 5 of Jericho early on.
Okay.
And I did it underground because that base was very aesthetics. This
Right.
season, or this
Right.
hardcore world, I should say, we still have season 5. I don't care. I'm just building everything on the surface. If I survive long enough to care, I'll go
Right.
back and decorate it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna build
I'm going
that.
through like I'm thinking aesthetics. How
See,
nice
I'm
can I
not-
make this hardcore?
I'm going
world?
completely different than I
That's
normally play because
funny.
usually I play with a very long-term mindset. With like, okay, I want aesthetics in 500 days. I'm gonna build a castle right here.
Right.
On this world, it's like, if I can survive till Friday, I'm going to be happy. So I'm
Ah.
definitely trying to get gear and do
Okay.
that first.
Yeah, I'm right now. So after I did that first, right? I didn't have armor, nothing. I think I might have picked up some like iron boots or something from a chest on my journey, which I'm amazed with how much stuff you can get from chests, by the way. I never am one to raid villages
Yeah.
early on, and I did this one.
With
And I'm
this
like,
server
got
having
stuff
like
and stuff,
a
so-
very chill thing, I found a random village that I could tell no one was basing in, and I just burned it down. I was
Nice.
bored. I found a lava
burn it
pool.
down.
I did go to the Nether. I made a
Yeah.
random Nether portal and went in.
You did?
and then I left right away.
I have
'cause
9
didn't
obsidian.
Like the spawn.
I have nine
Oh,
obsidian.
I don't have
so-
a diamond pick. I don't have any obsidian.
Okay.
I just did it with the bucket thing because I wanted
Okay.
to go to the
Yep.
Nether.
Yep.
But it was right next to there, so I just grabbed a lava bucket and dumped it on a house, and then picked it up and just burned down a few houses because I was so bored. Because why not? This is what happens when you play on a Minecraft server where the rules are less defined.
Well, Radio Guy
chaos.
here in our live chat says, I blew up and destroyed one village on Jericho.
Oh boy,
Then killed all the villagers. You unalived them.
they deserved it.
I
But-
don't know if that's allowed.
Is it allowed?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's your base, I've done some crazy stuff in past seasons.
I guess
at my
if,
base.
if you're going to,
Or if
but
it's
don't
like a
just
claimed
burn it
area.
down and leave it.
Yeah, don't like
that's-
random
that's like
places.
griefing. That's like don't leave random blocks, right?
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
the same
falls
thing.
into that.
Although
so.
on I forget what
Hmm.
season of Jericho, I
Hmm.
claimed a giant area, like a giant, area.
Yes.
and just destroyed it.
I'll never forget. I think it was season 3 where you made the gold island.
Yes.
That thing was epic.
So looking back at that, I found that video because it's still
Okay.
on my channel, just
Yeah.
private, and
Yeah.
I watched it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, one, if I made this video now, it'd be so much better.
right.
And like the
that wasn't
concept,
that long ago.
and the concept's good. But now with my like gold farm I have on Jericho, even
Right.
though it doesn't collect gold, but if it did, I could get so much more. And I'm like, if I wanted to make this video good, I could have done something way better. But yeah, it's so funny how like just in not that long ago, how much better I've gotten in Minecraft.
Right.
And like season 5 of Jericho has been my best Minecraft playing ever.
It's been fun.
My
It
base
is fun.
is extremely good in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
it's the best base I've ever built.
Right.
It's super
awesome.
detailed, decorated, organized.
And mine, I have like nothing.
I don't know
My
what
iron
BS
farm's
is doing.
not even working thanks to somebody.
I think
Radio
we should
guy.
just maybe we just need to like I don't know, man. I haven't had any problems with my iron farm, but I have a warden, so you know, maybe maybe if you have
It's just I built too close to spawn, so
If you
other
have-
people are building
yeah.
next to me, and their stuff's interfering.
So I'm still on
you
the
know.
spawn island, the continent,
Yeah.
because I wanted to be on that, but
Okay.
I'm on the edge of it,
Right.
and I'm far away, and I've made it obvious where my base is, and
Right.
claimed way more land than I'll ever need, because people, yuck.
Yeah, people. All right. I'm trying to think what else has been going on here.
Anything Minecraft, anything else? With the iron farm, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna build one. Now that I know another person's building one and you're building one, I might just start trading with the villagers. I need spruce saplings because I need to start getting the tree grind. But I
don't
kind
know.
of want to
get back into it.
I don't know. I haven't played Minecraft going fast in a while,
Right.
so it's hard.
Right.
And like usually I'll just go to the big caves, but I'm scared to go to the big caves.
Just go for it. Just go for it. I went inside a mountain, right? Big cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. And then a skeleton popped out around. I'm like, nope, no more for me. I'm out. And then I went down into the mines.
I'll talk about it in story time.
So-
I actually have one this week.
right.
Whoa.
All right.
What about real life? What have you been doing, BS?
Well, okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
there's
had
some
more to
stuff-
talk about, man.
Oh, you're not done with Minecraft?
No, I got a
Wow.
lot to talk about. I've been
Keep
all
going.
in Minecraft. So the server, okay, the computer we're running this private server on is at our house, right? And it's a small, is it a NUC, NUC,
Yeah.
Intel, NUC, whatever that is, NUC. I think it should be nuke,
Yes.
but you know, whatever. Anyways, it's a mini computer. And we have that running. We have this running, and it's running so well. I hate to say it, but it's running better than Jericho SMP.
Won the world's a lot less.
It is.
Which
I could put Jericho on
just to see how it
just
runs.
to see how it runs.
It would run better.
I think it would.
I think mob spawns would be more.
Yeah, I would be curious. Anyways, it seems like it's running so much better. But what the program I'm using for the UI and everything, part of the server aspect of it, the GUI, I guess.
The GUI.
The GUI.
The GUI.
The GUI. It allows you to have the one I paid for allows 4 instances. So 4 different servers essentially running on the one interface. And I really think I can support a whole nother world, no problem. We already have a Java world technically on it. It's just always sleeping, but I've fired it up a couple times. Didn't notice anything on the other one.
And we're also running Jellyfin off the same
We're
computer.
running Jellyfin. We're running... What's the other thing we're running off?
Spotify occasionally, but
Yeah.
that's not a server.
Yeah, anyways, and it works great. So that's kind of cool. So I've been playing around with that, but to make that work, and I don't want to give away our public IP, right? So I actually have it. A friend of mine kind of owns a mini data center, we'll say. So it runs through there, runs through Cloudflare, does all this stuff, and then points to the server. And it still runs great.
Which is the proper way to do it.
It is. Yeah. Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
basically
That way.
using this guy, his cool data center. He has basically a personal data center.
Yeah.
We're using
I
that.
mean,
I don't know how to even describe it, but we're using that as our like security line.
yeah, and it's great. And
And
it works
it's
well.
what you're supposed to do.
But on the second one, he always has to do something on the back end
Yeah.
on his side to make it work with different ports and whatnot. And so I had to get him to do that. But we got that all figured out. It should be up and running. Now I'm trying to decide what to do We do have one death in this hardcore world
Someone
so far.
died to a creeper.
And
I
want to give them, it was a creeper. I want to give them the opportunity to still
get them
play
to go
something.
play on the main server.
They're not a part of Jericho SMP.
Well, they can be.
They can be, and I told them that, but we'll see. But yeah, so it's like I want another server running for a test. Anyways, we can maybe throw random add-ons on it, things like that. On this hardcore, we do have the Graves pack. I had to code the pack together.
Yeah, we have, you know how keep inventory players, like the in-between keep inventory and not having it is like grave add-ons. Mm-hmm. We have that in hardcore where you only have one life. So the stuff, it doesn't matter to you if you die. Oh, you have a gravestone. That's cool.
What do you think about implementing that on a normal server at some point?
Like for Jericho?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I like that that 5 minutes, even though the chunks aren't loaded, that 5 minutes in your head of pure stress.
Yeah.
The amount of stress you feel. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but I also don't die because I'm just good at the game. Get good. Jericho members. Get gooder, everyone.
Yeah. So, but I've been having so much fun on the back end of that, the server side of things, and learning that. And all right, now into real life stuff.
Yeah.
That transfers into, I've been listening to an audiobook.
Whoa.
How to create a second brain.
Isn't that too many words for you? You're not even reading them, but you're just listening. Isn't that too many words to listen to?
No,
it's not too much for you.
Wow. So it's basically keeping track. I started utilizing the concept a little bit today. Nice. So I have a OneNote, right? I keep important stuff. Maybe I find a link or whatever. And I've been kind of starting to play around in the OneNote and keeping track of interesting things or things I refer to often. Well, this goes a step further in that I had an email from somebody at our church about sound and how to improve choir sound or something like that. And so I was reading this article today. So what I did in the OneNote, I just highlighted a section or a page, choir sound. Then I took very brief notes of the highlights from the article, right? Like, okay, 5 to 10 people per mic in a small area, right? Or something like that. Well, then I just put the link to that article in there. So now my future self that totally forgets all this, but knows I want to reference something, I just type in my OneNote, choir sound. Guess what? That article or that page is going to pop up. I can go to the link and now I can read that. And that becomes my second brain to remember stuff. I love this concept. So I'm starting that. Now there's a whole system, and that's a whole nother book to kind of the Para system, I think it's called, and how to organize it better. And I'll get there. But
I saw
that's been fun.
A random video talking about that, like for more of like less of like an application standpoint, but more of like a psychology standpoint of the actual technical reason of why you should write stuff down.
Okay.
Or take notes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just your brain isn't made to remember everything. Or to even be used as storage. Right. It's to be used as thinking.
Most of our thinking is RAM.
And the more
temporary.
And like the more you can write down, then you can forget it in your head.
Yes.
And if you can forget it in your head, you have more room to think or whatever.
Right.
Is kind of the concept of the video.
I kind of like that idea.
So you just gotta get as much out of your head out of there. You don't want stuff filling up your brain.
So it's the Google generation, right?
You want,
it's you growing up with Google. If you've never had to memorize stuff, because it's accessible
I still have to, but I don't.
Right,
I shouldn't have to, basically, like concept wise.
Right.
But
and I love that concept.
When you learn something, write it down. Or when you need to know something, write it down.
Keep highlights of just to jog your memory of, okay, where can I find this? Where can I go? Or if you have an active project, that's the big thing with this. If you have an active project that you're working on, keep a whole bunch of notes on
that's
it.
My biggest problem is if I am autism hyper focused on a project, I am not taking notes. I'm not going to be I'm just sitting and I am focused.
That's going to be my trouble.
So it's hard for me to take notes then.
Okay, let's be fully transparent here. I never took notes in school.
Notes are hard. I mean, I want to write down. It depends.
I'm really bad at taking notes.
With this concept, it depends how you are, is how you take notes. Just kind of, you have to figure that out about yourself. I'm bad at taking notes because I either want to write down everything Or write down nothing.
But now that I think about this and I play it in my new job, I'm like, if I would have just been doing this whole time,
it would be easier.
Especially I'd have like so
steps.
much.
I feel like if I wrote down steps of how to do stuff, I wouldn't have to look up the same YouTube video I have in my watch later every single time.
How much time do you spend researching something
all the time
that you should have already known? And if you have that second brain, you have that access.
But my problem is
so much quicker.
That is what you're talking about is my YouTube watch later. I save it.
But now you have to go through all that, and it just eliminates that. It's efficiency. It's quicker.
Yeah.
So I'm loving that audiobook. It's just been really fun thinking that way. I've just started implementing a little bit of that today. I can see it becoming a second job almost, just taking notes, because that doesn't come naturally to me. But anyways, yeah, so been doing that. Last week was Memorial Day, right? Last Monday. I think we recorded the podcast Friday night last week. So we had a lot going on. So Saturday we had a cookout. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Went to a grandparents' house and they had a big whole thing,
party,
right?
Whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Yep. So that was fun. I got a little crispy outside.
I
don't think you can see it on there.
But not anymore. But my nose was red, mainly my face, because I've gotten a lot of sun, so I wasn't too bad. But my face was bad.
Right, and it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
then
terrible.
A Monday comes around and you have your your car.
Yep, it's
not
car.
New, but
it's
new
not
to you.
New to me.
Right?
Yeah, it's from 2010.
So you have a car.
My car is probably older than some people listening to this podcast, and I hate everything about that statement.
It's a nice car.
It is nice.
But it needed some work, right? Of course. Any car you're going to get like
cars
that.
Need work.
So we knew it needed brakes.
So,
oh
boy.
Monday, we went over to your grandfather's house.
Yeah.
And he works on motorcycles mostly.
Yeah, that's his main engine.
Motocross bikes,
or
stuff like that. ATVs.
Yeah,
things
mechanical
like that.
know-how.
Right? So we went over there because he has a few tools and whatnot.
He's got the good tools.
So we go over there in his driveway, which, by the way, so outside again, more crispy.
Yeah,
right?
very outside, very
sunburned.
I put sunscreen on Monday.
But we did the brake. We took the brakes off and we're like, okay, well,
these don't look bad.
We'll do, this is fine. And if you know anything about brakes, there's calipers and there's slide pins. Well, he thought some cars had a slide pin that doesn't move and one that does.
Because that's how it is on like every ATV or motorcycles.
Right. So
and some cars.
And
even
I'm like,
some of his cars.
I've never heard of that, but maybe he knows something I don't. Fine. And the odd thing was on both sides,
it was
the top slide pin was the one not moving.
So it seemed consistent between the two.
And there wasn't weird wear necessarily. So I'm like, okay, it's consistent. So we didn't do the calipers. We just did the rotors and brake pads.
We'll just do rotors and brakes. This is fine.
So we get done. Takes us all day. We did some other stuff.
Yeah.
Thermostat
was the other thing.
Had to drill into the body to put a new bolt in for the headlight.
Yeah, which that fixed it. That was an amazing fix.
Yeah, I'm so happy for that. He had the right tool for that.
Yep.
That's part of the reason we went over there. Got all that. We actually had it jacked up, and we checked. And usually to check like a ball joint, because another shop said we needed ball joints.
Yeah.
You usually kind of shake the tire.
And
at least that's what I understand. And there's no movement there, right?
Now that I've seen it and explained it which we'll get to later on in the story, it makes sense.
But anyway, so we're like, okay, we're not going to worry about that today. We put it all back together. We drive it back.
Yeah.
We drive it
driving back. And I'm like, the brakes feel weird.
They don't feel right.
They don't feel right. They're stopping.
I'm like, okay.
But they're really squishy.
So we stop at our church.
So, yeah.
We switch drivers. We get out. There's literal smoke coming off the wheels.
Yeah. Like, they're smoking hot.
Like,
that's
really
not
hot.
An exaggeration. They were
really
smoking hot.
Yeah.
We melted off.
And you have
the
3D printed center caps were completely melted off.
Who knows where they went?
Who knows?
But they melted.
They completely melted off. Yeah. So at this point, we're almost home.
So we're like,
we're almost home. Just let's go. Hopefully we don't catch fire.
Yep.
We have insurance on it.
Hey, we got home.
You know,
We didn't
did
catch
get
on
home.
fire. They were hot.
Somehow we got home.
They were hot.
They were really hot. So we realized, I think we need calipers.
Yep.
So we sent the Holy Bookworm into town.
Hey, I went with her.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So
And
I
then
took
she
stuff
went back.
apart.
Yeah.
Started taking stuff apart again. You guys got calipers, got the brake fluid you need, then you got to bleed the brakes.
Yep.
It's a whole process when you do those. But we got it, and I think
the
brakes
they're good.
we're good to go now.
Yeah, they're good.
We're
They
good
stopped,
to go.
They feel normal. They're not hot.
But that took
Yeah.
all day Monday.
Yeah, they don't get super hot now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, no, they're working like they're supposed to.
Yeah, they are working.
It's amazing when you replace with new parts. Oh, yeah, that was fun. And so, so now, what was it? The other day, you guys go into town because you know you need tires.
Yeah, we definitely need tires.
Definitely need tires.
They're bad.
Probably going to get an alignment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because obviously the wear's weird.
Yeah,
right.
So just fix it all.
All right, so we're going to do that. So
We
you
go
take it to the
tire
shop.
Yep.
All right, what happened? You were there.
Yeah, so they had it all jacked up, and they said we needed the control arm thingy, which another shop said we
Which
needed.
is the ball joint
So,
part, right?
okay.
Yep.
Well, they had the ball joint separate on it, but yeah. So they needed that, which is the same thing another shop was saying. So we're like, but it didn't seem like it.
Seem like it.
So, but
I
this
don't know.
is a smaller shop. They're way laid back, and they're
Okay.
super chill.
Yep.
So they're like,
Yep.
so Holy Bookworm and I, we got to go back into where they work on
Right.
the cars.
Okay.
They took us
Nice.
back there
Nice.
under our car, which one, it's cool to see our car fully jacked up and stand under it to see
Yes.
it. That's kind of nice to see everything.
Right?
I want one. But so they did that. They show it, and the ball joint thing is definitely very loose. And then there's another thing to replace because it's loose, and it's not loose on the other side, but on this side, so you can tell it's not
Okay.
meant to
Gotcha.
shake like that.
Yep.
And because it's been loose like that, and seemingly for a while, the other part needs replaced because it's been damaging it. So even if you replace the one part, it's not going to be straight, and it's going to mess up the alignment. So they're like, you should probably wait to get tires just because it's better to do an alignment when you get
Right.
tires.
So you guys made this.
So we
got to
do this other work.
So now,
So we got to go back on.
And now
I think,
your grandfather is
Yeah.
mad that we missed it or whatever.
Yeah,
And
which
he's
I
like,
mean,
I could do the work.
from the test we did,
Yeah.
there wasn't really a way to see it. You
Right.
had to. It doesn't show it. Like when they're moving the tire, they're
Yeah.
like, yeah. But if you go on the inside of the car, which obviously you can't do when it's just jacked the front end up.
Right.
But when it's on a lift, you can. You can see that is shaking.
Okay.
That should not be shaking
Okay.
like that.
Yep.
And so,
And then tie rod ends.
yeah, something
Okay.
like. I think that's the part
So-
that was like wearing or whatever.
Okay.
So they
Yep.
needed that.
Yep. That makes sense.
So all
right?
of that needs
kinda,
replaced.
Yep.
But once they do all of that,
You should be good to go.
like, and even the
Should be
mechanic
great.
there was like, this car is great.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
everything's great about it. And he's like, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for it? And we told him 3,000. And he's like, oh my gosh, you stole this. This is like with how everything else mechanically was. So that's good.
Yep. For sure. All right. Yes. Car. Just cars, man.
Car.
And they're just cars.
In other news-
Oh, in my car, by the
Yeah.
way, my Chevy HHR,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, it just like has water coming in,
Oh
and I
my
can't
God.
figure out
He's
where
got
it's
a little-
coming in.
He's got a little
I-
pool for his feet. So
It's
weird.
It's just
It's
at the bottom.
so
Like,
weird.
I don't get it. I can go through a car wash,
Yeah.
no problem.
Okay, that's weird.
It sits outside.
Where is this
in the rain, and then my floorboards are wet,
That
and
is
there's no water
so
dripping,
weird.
nothing.
That
I can't find it.
what
I
is,
don't
is
know.
it raining in your? Do you have clouds in your car?
I
What is
don't
going
know
on?
what's happening. I gotta find that.
In other news of cars, I
Yeah.
fixed. I don't think I fixed it. I bought something to make my sound system better for the car. I got a noise isolator, which is an aux noise isolator. Not noise isolator. It's like a ground loop.
It's basically a ground
It's-
loop.
Yeah, it's a ground loop, so it just takes out any static or whatever when you plug in an aux cord to a car stereo. Makes it sound better. Sometimes I can't explain it. I tried it the other day again. I
Right.
can't figure it out. So my phone has Dolby Atmos when you plug into an aux device. Makes it sound better. It visualizes the sound. If you
Yes.
know anything about Dolby Atmos, it's like a
Yes.
visualizer, makes it just better. It sounds gooder. You want that on. Sometimes when I plug in the aux cord, it lets me turn it on in the car, and it sounds great. Other times, it doesn't. and it's seemingly random. So I just keep unplugging everything until it lets me turn it on. And
so the idea, so
it's weird.
Ideally what you'll do if you ever replace the radio, maybe you get Android Auto or whatever.
Yeah.
They make noise isolators basically going
in
the power.
Yeah. But once I get to that point, if I have a car stereo with Android Auto, I won't be plugging in an aux cord.
That is true.
So I mean, I might still do that if I have a passenger or something, but most of the time I'd be using it. What is gooder? It is a funny way to say better. It's mispronunciation of better.
It's a gooder better.
It's a gooder better.
It's a gooder better. There you go.
Yeah, it is not proper grammar.
Y'all, I mean, we're from Northeast Indiana, y'all.
I was homeschooled.
You're homeschooled, y'all. Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's just a mispronunciation that's funny when used properly in context.
Get on our Discord. We have so much fun there. You can chat with us. All right.
And other than that, this week, the
Memorial
Day party on Saturday, and then I went to another one Sunday night.
Oh, yeah, you did another.
So, yeah, I was gone. I was very memorial lean. I guess is what it'd be called.
And thank you, by the way, for all the family members that have people that serve that may have lost their lives and given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. Super appreciated. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. All right.
In other news this week, I did a lot of nothing. Oh, there was a youth group event on Wednesday.
Jeez, you're busy, dude.
Yeah, there was something on Wednesday. So I said youth group ended. But we hired a youth pastor right at the same time, so he has a full pack summer schedule of stuff. It's crazy. But we had that. That was fun. It was 9 square, which is take 4 square, put it in the air. So you're not trying to hit it into the squares. You're trying to hit it over the squares. And then there's 9 of them. It's chaotic, but it was fun.
That sounds chaotic.
And then yesterday night, Advisory got me on a new game. This man, he's always playing a new game. I don't know what it is. He has Xbox Game Pass and a bunch of friends. So
ADHD?
He's always, he's always changing games. And he got this game. It's free. So I like that part of the game already. He already got me hooked on that
free
part.
Games.
It is called The Finals, which is an FPS or first-person shooter competitive game. It's like an esportsy kind of game. I'm terrible at it, but it's fun.
Right.
And I'm getting better at it. Nice. And the vibe of the game is cool. It's kind of it's like an arcadey feel. A lot of the graphics and stuff. When you kill someone, they explode into a bunch of coins. It's very arcade feel. Okay. And the mechanics, everything in the map is destroyable. You throw a grenade at a wall, it explodes the wall, which is super fun.
That is fun.
And
I
so
love
there's a ton of
interactive
that.
maps.
You can have this goo stuff which builds walls. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff, and it's very strategical, I'd say. It's
so you build walls?
You can.
Kind of like Fortnite?
Yes, but no. It's less building than Fortnite. It's more like blocking. You're putting up blockades. So I kind of see it as a Rainbow Six Siege, but less realistic. An arcade version of Rainbow Six Siege, where you have the strategicness, and I think there's multiple game modes. The main game mode that I've been playing, you have to get a box, you take it to another box, and then you have to defend the box. Or if you're not the person that did that, you have to steal the box. Or steal it and hold the area down.
Yep.
So it's very
Capture
basic.
The flag.
Yeah, kind of ish. Yeah. It's a little different. But yeah, it's a very basic first-person shooter concept game.
Fun.
But it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
And I'm getting gooder.
You're getting gooder.
Heck yeah.
All right. I think that's enough talk about us. Yeah. I think now it's time for story time with Little C, featuring Little C. I'm Bearded Sloth, but here's Little C with story time.
I'm Little C, and this is story time with Little C. And you're not going to believe this. Little C actually has a story for story time with Little C. I don't know what it is about our new hardcore server, but mob spawns way more in caves. There are way more mobs just spawning everywhere than I remember ever seeing in Minecraft. I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it. There are just mobs everywhere, and I am too scared to go into the stinky caves because there's just creepers and spiders, and it's so scary.
That was story time with Little C, featuring Little C. I'm Bearded Sloth, but that was Little C with story time.
You think they got the point that it's a story time with Little C? I think they might be confused.
I'm sorry. Let me clear it up for you. This was story time with Little C,
No,
featuring Little C.
without Bearded Sloth.
That's correct.
The past
C.
week of
Very
Minecraft. Info from Minecraft.net. Let's skim through and see what we have to read today. There was a Minecraft Bedrock beta preview. That's a lot of numbers. 1.21.90.27.
That's a lot of numbers.
Tuesday, May 27th, 2025.
Sounds accurate. I always double check to see if I actually changed this correctly.
They fixed some stuff with vibrant visuals.
Good job.
Which is cool. I'm looking forward to vibrant visuals.
Yes.
Built-in shaders. They look great. Good job, Mojang.
Yay.
Very happy with that.
Yes. I think I'm going to be able to use it, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be restricted. Like, phones can play it. It's just, it might not be the best to turn it on. But it looks like they're optimizing it, and if you turn it on, like, low settings, you might be able to have a few shadows and some stuff.
I love it.
But it's so Minecraft-y feel, which a lot of shaders lose. This doesn't. The shadows are pixelated. It doesn't feel the best compared to Minecraft Java shaders.
Okay.
It feels the most Minecrafty. It's the best Minecrafty, which I like.
It still feels vanilla.
It still feels vanilla, whereas shaders feel like you're adding to the game.
Okay.
This feels like you're
So my
making the
only
game better.
reference before this, because I don't play
RTX?
Java, but I haven't had RTX either, right? So my only reference is like using Faithful, right? 32-bit.
Yeah.
It was still vanilla.
Still feeling Minecraft.
But it made it
better.
Made it gooder.
Gooder. There you go.
There you go.
That's the word of episode 198.
That's what I'm excited for. Vibrant visuals. I think it's still gonna be vanilla, still have Minecraft feel, but be gooder. All right.
I'm gonna stop with the gooder before we start making people think it's an actual word.
That's gonna be our legacy of the podcast. Get the whole world to start using the word.
No, we gotta get everyone to use the word that I invented. You gotta skissue. It's a skill issue. Put it together. What do you have? Bearded Sloth. I meant skissue. Oh boy.
Rude.
Anyways.
By the way, there's a lot of visual comedy going on today.
Yeah, it's just your face.
Spotify, you got to be on Spotify to be able to see that.
Yeah, you get to see that.
I'm scared.
And that.
Wait, go back to me. There you go. All right, let's move on with your skissues.
There's the Gasling. The speed slowed it down. Don't know why they're slowing it down, but they're slowing it down.
Is that the... Where are you at?
Is that
here?
the happy gas? That's the same
thing. The gasoline, that's the small one.
That's the small. That's like the baby.
So they
happy
slowed
gas.
it down. Is
They're
that
slowing
so you
it down?
can
He's
catch
too fast.
Better? I don't know.
He's going too fast. Got to slow him down. They're
I
putting
feel
up
like
the
it
speed
should
limit.
have the speed of like a baby zombie.
No.
Zooming.
Slow it down.
Slow it down.
Slow
and
yeah,
steady.
that looks about nothing else is interesting.
So I'm very
confused
about the leash stuff and the physics of 4 ropes being used and stuff.
Oh yeah. So that's gonna be pretty cool, I think. It seems simple.
Yeah.
Actual context, I think they're just splitting it up so you click on one corner maybe.
Right.
And it does it. I think it's gonna work well. I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to leash stuff together.
Dude,
we can put a boat to 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 a boat. Yeah.
Pick up your villagers.
And airdrop them.
And just fly them where you want them.
Yeah.
And drop them back down.
Yeah.
It's going to make
transporting. Are we going to get villagers for sale on Jericho Season 5 like you started about since the start of the season?
We're going to have a delivery service.
Are you actually going to finally get the Amazon for villagers?
Amazon for maybe.
What are the things in like a...
I was going to,
what's it?
Quote unquote,
sell them?
No. Have
selling villagers would be wrong. Have some
what do
class.
you call it? Geez, temporary workers, basically.
Yeah.
That you can hire.
Yep.
For life.
Temporary workers for life.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't see a whole lot in there.
There was.
I mean, this is just a lot of beta preview
look what's
stuff,
next.
So.
Look what's next.
I know.
This is big.
This
Wait,
is big.
do you have a drum roll sound effect?
I have.
I don't think you do.
I don't.
Actually, now that I think about it,
I can go like this.
That's not a drum roll though. Hold on, I can do better than that. Hold on. Stop it.
I'm getting excited.
Hey, stop it.
Minecraft Java pre-release 1.
I apologize for all the mic handling noise. I had to spin that upside down.
It's so irritating in these headphones. All right. Yes.
Yeah, pre-release.
Pre-release. We're getting close. You think Tuesday?
No.
You don't?
I think they're going to go to pre-release 3.
You think? I think they got it.
I don't think they're ready.
Done.
They're not ready for this.
No, because
you ready for
what
this?
do we get
I'm not ready
before
for this.
pre-release? We get...
No, it's pre-releases.
Yeah,
it's pre-release 1, 2,
right.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6,
I
27.
think we're ready to go.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So
bunch
came
of
out
changes,
Wednesday, May 28th.
small
2025.
tweaks.
Yeah, it's a lot of just little changes.
Whoa.
What?
Hold on. This
What?
is interesting. This isn't
Mm.
like big. It's just, it's going to get complicated when you're flying around now. A player riding a happy gas can no longer completely fly through a happy gas ridden by another player. So
Wait, you could
basically-
fly through it before?
Yeah. So that doesn't make sense, but it made sense in my head of
are
how
they
it
a
would work.
ghost?
Well, it's just how the game works.
I know, but is it a ghost? Is that the
you
theory?
can fly
we
through
go
gas
with? You can.
with an elytra, can't you?
I have no idea. I've
don't
never
know.
tried. I
All
see
right.
a gas. I go the other way.
Jericho members.
I'm just saying.
You want a fun challenge?
In the hardcore, the people in the hardcore,
Yo, hardcore players.
hardcore players on a
Take
private
your
server,
elytra. Fly through a gas.
through a gas.
Let's see.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's interesting change.
there you go,
um,
radio guy. That gives you something to do.
I don't see anything else that's actually interesting. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're getting close because none of this is major changes.
I think we're getting
Although
really
I feel like
close.
maybe with the pre-release they're gonna leave it for a week or two with playtesting.
So Mr. Monkey in live chat says, "Me feel like making saddle craftable and leashes easier. Make it so I don't have to explore and almost die, and take the fun and rare feeling about the items."
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's pre-release
That's
and
true.
release candidate. That's
Release
right.
candidate.
That's right.
So yeah, we still have a
Yeah.
little bit.
But
Maybe
they don't
theoretically.
always do that.
Theoretically.
And that could come out Monday, by
Yeah.
the way. And then
I
they
don't-
release it Tuesday.
Okay,
They've done
so
that
back
many
to the other
times.
comment. I don't
Yeah.
really mind the leads. That's whatever. Everyone gets them from Wandering Traders anyways.
Craftable saddles.
The saddles, though, that's where I'm kind of pushed back a little bit. I'm not a huge...
think
It's fine.
They've been on this
It's
ride.
going to be there, but they're making
See what I
everything...
did there? This ride.
Nice. Everything's easier. Yeah.
To making every
so
yeah,
easy.
making Minecraft
I don't
too
like it.
easy.
Minecraft used to be such a hard game. Look back to the OG Minecraft, like 2011 to 2013 days, like before we were even playing. And like when we were playing, like pre-Update Aquatic. Update Aquatic and after, stuff got fairly easy. You could even say 1.9, the end update, the
Okay.
first end update,
Yep.
not whatever everyone wants now. When we got Elytras, that changed the game. I don't think it made it easier. I mean, it made transport easier.
Right?
I don't know. I think they're trying to get people to use horses and mules and donkeys and saddles
I
more.
guess. Yeah, because
But
nobody
it's not
ever
gonna
uses
work.
them, so
It's not gonna work. We have
We-
Elytras.
we grab the elytra and we go.
We're done. Although I still ride a horse around for fun.
Early game.
On SMP,
Early game people use them
okay,
a lot.
I have like 3 horses. 3 horses? No, I have 3 saddles I got on the hardcore world from a village chest. One village,
Okay.
I got all of those saddles.
Wow.
Actually, no, it might have been multiple. I forget.
Mm.
But anyways, I got
Next
those.
thing you know, though, the way they've been going,
Yeah.
saddles are going to be stackable too.
Yeah.
Because they've been stacking.
Can
stuff
potions be stackable? No one uses potions. Put the potions stackable. That'd be awesome. Anyways, enough ranting. Yeah, so I have a bunch of saddles. I haven't found a horse. I've been walking around. There hasn't been a horse anywhere. I want a horse to ride around.
I think I have some horses.
Have you been
around me.
killing them, BS?
I may have.
Have you been killing all the
I
horses?
need the leather.
Stop.
I need the leather.
I
What-
just
what
want
are
a
you gonna
horse.
say?
Oh, boy.
Along with my string that I get from my cats. So.
Guys, can we bully this man out of bowling stuff in Minecraft? Thank you.
All
My
right,
goodness.
let me just read through this real quick, see if there's anything else special in here.
A bunch of fixes. And
Yeah.
things. We have the links down below if you're curious on all the
Absolutely.
technical
There is
stuff.
a link
Go
to
check
all
it
that.
out.
There you,
You
go.
can get all
That'll
kinds
work.
of details,
All right.
tons of stuff
That was the past week of Minecraft,
by Minecraft themselves.
Minecraft.net, blah, blah, blah.
Now
All
it's
right.
time for
Time to go.
no Dude, you messed... Oh, my goodness, BS. You messed up my to doing, and I don't like it when people mess up my to doing. I don't have anything that won't do severe damage to your brain that I can throw at you. I want to throw something at you, but there's nothing over here to throw at you. Anyways, it's time for...
Hold on. I gotta get back to this.
You killed...
Hold on.
No. That was such a delayed reaction. It wasn't even worth it.
Listener question.
That was a little messed up, but hey, aren't we all? Our first question comes from Josh. Hey, y'all. What are the high points and low points y'all have reached playing Minecraft? I remember reaching the end and defeating the dragon for the first time as my high point, maybe acquiring an elytra for the first time slightly later on is the ultimate high for me. Lows would be realizing a world I'd been working on had, in my mind, reached its end of life. How about y'all?
All right. So I have had so many highs in Minecraft. Like, we've been playing so long. There's so many points of that. It's just designed so well, and it's amazing to me.
We've played too long.
Yeah, it just offers a lot of happy feelings.
Yep.
In the game, and like you find those diamonds and you get happy, right? It's just
holy cow. I don't know
nice.
what this would be a good name for, but I just came up with a killer name for something. Diamond dopamine.
Exactly.
Diamond dopamine.
It releases dopamine,
yes,
which is the happy feeling.
Okay, especially back in the day, finding diamonds. Nowadays, it's like diamonds. Okay, just, cool, more diamonds. Yeah. Back in the day, or like brand new world, it's like
right,
diamonds!
For sure, diamonds.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget. I think the best high ever of playing Minecraft for me was that first time in that old tutorial world when it was just the one area. And this is PlayStation 3 I'm playing on very early on here. And at some point I peeked over or I dug through or did something where you could just see the vast landscape all the way across. I fell in love at that point. I've never felt love like that in my life before.
Okay, you're married.
She's not listening, is she?
This is the second week in a row you've been insulting Holy Bookworm.
She literally just came in the live chat.
Gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Second week in a row, too. Jeez. So how's the couch been?
Anyways, that feeling you get, right? When you see that vastness, that I'll never forget that. Like, it was amazing to me when I saw that. And I knew this game was going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life.
Yep.
It really was a great high. Now, as far as the lows, it's always because I play so conservatively and I play like it's a hardcore world like all the time.
This man plays like it's like if he dies in Minecraft, he dies in real life. This guy is locked into not wanting to die. I try to
play it so safe, and that first death always really bothers me.
Yep, that first death in the world is
always really bothers me. So, yeah, there you go.
I have played Minecraft for way too long to remember specifics of like this moment in game was a high or lows even. Like, it's just there's so much Minecraft in my head, so much that I've played.
Right.
It's like I have 2,500 hours just on Minecraft Bedrock Windows Edition. I've played a lot of Minecraft, probably like 5,000 hours in my life.
A lot of Minecraft.
There's a lot of Minecraft. For highs, honestly, my high point of like skill level goodness is like, I know that's not really what you mean in the question, but I can't answer it the other way because just I can't think of a specific. There's so many. But something more like skill level where it's like peaked or been high has been this season of Jericho. I've done stuff this season I've always wanted to do and never done. Like if I told myself or showed myself on season 1 of Jericho or before that to the worlds we had before that, like something SMP or even older than that one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe it. The stuff I've done this season and just showing my base.
Right. Yeah.
One, it's organized. If you go back,
What?
especially
No way.
season
No
2,
way.
season 1,
No way.
season
I don't
2,
believe it. I don't believe it.
Season 3 was
Nope.
bad. Season 4, pretty terrible. Actually, no. Season 4 was when I started getting my stuff together. But this season, I've stayed organized. Stuff is safe and secure. Wait, what am I? Yeah, okay. It's all good. It's all where I know it is. I'm not going to lose it. It's gooder.
It's gooder.
I have it all in one spot. I remember so many times I'd lose shulker boxes. My diamond shulker box, my wallet that I kept in my ender chest, I would lose that all the time on past seasons. I lost it on season 2, I remember. Here, there's a low point for you. When I lost that probably had like a stack and a half of diamond blocks in it, and I lost it for the rest of the season. No idea where that went. I probably put it into a cactus or something. Who knows? Nobody knows. I was very unorganized.
Nobody knows.
This season, I'm super organized. And one, my base is just crazy. Like, the builds I've done, even though it's not where I want it to be whatsoever, the builds and the scale I've done this season are more than I've ever done. And it's what I imagined, especially, I say season 2 a lot. I mentioned season 2 a lot of Jericho, because that was the first real season, and that was the most memorable season to me.
Yeah.
The base I had is kind of like what I'm doing this season is what I imagined myself doing back then. And now I'm actually doing it. And it's like, I'll compare even some of the stuff I've done to like smaller scale Hermitcraft builds or Hermitcraft builds from the season of like when season 2 was going on.
Right.
So like season 5 of Hermitcraft type builds to what I'm doing now. And it's comparable.
Ooh.
And that makes the childhood me, so impressed.
Now, and then there's me that still does the exact same thing that I've played for years.
And as far as lows go, probably the time I lost all my Java worlds. The file corruption or whatever happened. I had a world on there, a hardcore
you were
world.
Pretty upset about that.
That was an amazing hardcore world. I was mad too because I lost the stream world at the time.
Yes.
And that was kind of started the downfall of daily streams.
Streaming. Yeah.
Because I had
you
that
lost
world
motivation
going.
after that.
And I lost it. And I started a new world and it was whatever. But yeah. I remember.
I agree. It really affects you. It's amazing how much a game can affect you, both high and low, right? It affects both ways in your real life emotions. It really can play into that. It sounds like Radio Guy's got a low going on right now.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. Oh, man. It looks like he died on Jericho. He's over here.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. That's what you get for playing with end crystals. They do go boom. They're not a,
Hey, maybe we should, just a little idea for the hardcore server. Put them around someone's base.
End crystals?
And then just make sure it's not lit up around them so a skeleton shoots through, because if you blow one up, they all blow up, and they do a lot of damage. That's all I'm saying. That's probably griefing.
Yeah. You can't do that in Jericho.
No.
But our other private server.
Well, I mean, that's still griefing.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, the skeleton did it. My bad. My bad, officer. The skeleton ignited all of the explosives. That wasn't me.
I mean, that was kind of my vision. People playing around a little bit more. That's why I went running the other way. But
it's like, I'm out of here. There's already been a nuclear reactor built on someone's front yard. So welcome to the hardcore world.
Awesome.
So great.
All right. So that is fun. Let's see here. Oh, we do have another question this week from a Radio Guy. Do you think Holy Bookworm should do a 6-hour stream in the future?
I don't think she ever would. Ever. She doesn't like playing Minecraft or video games in general for that long in a row.
I would say
no. No, I don't think she would.
I mean, now apparently she doesn't have a husband. She might have time, but
wild.
She probably would be pretty grumpy that she missed out on that much time of reading if she spent 6 hours playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I did an 8.5 hour live stream once.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have done. When I was like,
do it.
If I did myself, if I took peak streaming, I could probably go for like 12 hours.
I think once the podcast ends, and that's one less thing on my mind, maybe I really think I'm going to get back into live streaming.
Maybe I will do something. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
it
thought
sounds
about
fun.
getting my Twitch going again.
So make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure you still say hi to us in the Discord. Come say hi.
Maybe
sure.
we'll put a channel on the Discord of like our personal stuff too. So if like we're doing streams, like on our, if I'm doing like a little C stream or something.
It up. So make sure, just join the Discord. It's fun. It's not going to hurt you at all to have an extra Discord server on there.
I don't know. I'm up to like 4.
And if I get annoying too much with pinging everybody,
I'll make sure to bully him, guys.
Then, you can always mute us, I suppose.
We'll bully him out of pinging so much.
I haven't pinged everybody on there in a long time.
I know.
All right. I guess it's time to go, right?
No.
Oh,
we can't leave.
We can't.
How many episodes have we had this segment and he still forgets every single week?
It's time to go.
Dementia is so rough to see in someone. It's just so.
All right. So now it's time for the past week of Minecraft.
Now it's time for Holy Bookworm's joke of the week. And that joke was funnier than Holy Bookworm could ever do.
What is a dog's least favorite food?
A pound steak. Yeah, BS, your joke way better. I'm giving you an applaud. That was a good joke, BS.
I thought so.
Good job.
I was about to get political there for a second. Let's move on.
If you wanted to make the joke funnier, you would have just said what joke. But you don't have that comedicness in your head. You're not. See, I'm funny. I got his humor plus like 10%.
So, Holy Bookworm, are you
guy.
still planning on doing live streams, by the way?
Y'all will miss my jokes.
She is still planning on doing live streams, so you can check her out there. Maybe she'll implement some of her jokes there a little bit more, too. All right. And puns. Yeah, your puns for sure. All right. Thank you. You can still subscribe, help support us, right? 99 cents. You get access to all those old ones. I think I'll leave that up probably for another month after we're done.
The show ends. But and depending how much content we're doing after the fact, we might have a different way of supporting but I don't think we're going to be doing a ton, at least right after we end. Maybe in a few months after we end, we might pump it up again.
Yeah, exactly.
But not like the actual podcast.
So
weekliness.
For you subscribers, we're going to leave it. I'm not offended if you've got your stuff and you want to shut it off. Don't worry, I'm not offended, but I appreciate the support.
Yes, thank you, subscribers.
You'll get access to all those shows.
I'm sorry.
All the early shows.
I'm sorry.
Episode 1 we talked about, right?
I'm sorry if you listen to those. I apologize.
But the After Hours show, that's a fun show.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe we'll pop one of those up.
Maybe.
Who knows? I don't know.
That'd take effort.
Yeah,
I'd have to show up.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
it is
so
way
thank
too
you,
hot
subscribers.
In this
all right,
now that
blah, blah, blah. TheBlockPartyMC.com.
Got thoughts, questions? Reach us on Discord, contact form on the website, or at contact@theblockpartymc.com.
Thanks for listening. I'm Bearded Sloth, and now I gotta eat my coffee.
And I'm Little C. Bye.